But yeah, so we can go ahead and jump into the main event.
Yeah.
And talk Jamal Hill's KO on Johnny Walker. I'm a huge Johnny Walker fan. It's losing traction with me. Unfortunately, I'm a fan of the guy, but as far as his fighting, I had a lot of hopes in him and what he could do with his career. But I think what we saw Jamal Hill do to Johnny Walker is exactly what we've seen a lot of fighters do.
Yeah.
Corey Anderson did it.
Yep.
And it's what it is just staying focused and tight with your boxing.
It happened to him on the regional circuit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember who he fought, but he was being goofy, and then he caught, and he's kind of flailing all over the place.
Yeah, and that's what happened was he threw a jab, and as soon as he gets that jab extended, he starts throwing his right hand, and it's like, no, man, you got to be a little bit tighter and crisper than that. And especially against someone who has hands like Jamal Hill. I know you were big on Jamal Hill's hands, and
right, yeah,
that paid off.
One of my favorite Jamal Hill moments that didn't happen in the ring, but actually was outside, was him and Paul Craig were set to fight. And they got in each other's face. They were doing autographs on posters. And Paul Craig walks into him and says, "You got some nasty-ass breath there, mate." And Jamal Hill's like, "Yeah, I got some nasty-ass hands, too." And it just was funny as shit just to hear him kind of reverse the shit talk a little bit and come up with something kind of clever. But it's one of those things with Jamal Hill is like he's up and coming. He has a great string of knockouts as well. I mean, you look at that guy, Tyler Rail, he sleeps people. He's got hands, and he moves so well for being 205. He's big, he's long. And so whenever I saw this fight got made, I saw somebody getting knocked out. I didn't see this fight go into decision. I don't see either of these guys fighting to decision anytime they fight. That's why I was surprised when Johnny Walker went to decision with Thiago Santos. But Jamal Hill, man, he's got hands for days. Like, he doesn't play any games. When you go in there, he'll outbox you quick. If you are going there any type of sloppy. We saw against Jamie Crute, and we saw it with, last night with Johnny Walker, is that whenever they went face to face, and Johnny Walker threw a left hand, right?
Yeah. So he throws out that jab, and like I said, he fully extends the jab, and then is already throwing his right hand.
Yeah, and Jamal Hill had all the confidence in the world to put it into that right hand, and that's exactly what he did. Landed right on the temple, and you see just the way that Johnny Walker kind of goes forward, but then realizes that my legs and my brain aren't doing the same thing. Like he's just completely was detached from reality at that second, fell back. And you pointed this out to me when we were kind of watching it over again today. It wasn't a follow-up punch that knocked him out. It was that shoulder right to the face that just stiffed him out.
When you watch it, so he lands that punch, the right hand that puts Johnny Walker on the ground, and then he's going in, and he's like falling with these punches. So he misses a left, and he comes in and has a follow-up punch that lands right on the chin.
Yeah.
But then he's like falling with it, so his shoulder and all of his body weight just smashes in to Johnny Walker's face.
Absolutely.
And I guarantee you that's how Johnny Walker got that huge cut on his face.
Yeah, because you see it was the same exact side that where he fell into it. Yeah.
It was pretty rough, and that's what knocked him out cold. Was him just putting his body weight into him.
It was very Kamaru Usman-esque whenever he knocked out Jorge Masvidal. Yeah, and so with that, man, I mean, with Jamal Hill, hopefully we see him climbing more. I think a fight with him and Ryan Spawn would be really fun. Ryan Spawn needs to win. Jamal Hill's coming off of a big knockout, and so I feel like that fight might make a little bit of sense.
It'd be fun. I feel like Jamal Hill could have a bigger opponent.
Right, yeah. I mean, it would be nice also to see him kind of get a little bit of a push as well to start, because he's number 12 now in the division. I think he might be moving up.
What is Spawn?
I'm checking right now. Let me pop up the UFC rankings. But, I mean, it would be kind of nice to see just a little bit more of a push with these guys, because the thing about the light heavyweight division is a lot like the heavyweight division is these older guys are taking